Kurumjay, a very good afternoon. You are watching Afternoon English Bulletin on SKTV and I'm Victoria Rajkumari. First, the headlines. Just and fair delimitation at JFD declares public will boycott census enumerators even though government threatens legal action against those who obstruct the process. And IOCL Imphal Divisional Office appeals public not to panic over fuel availability, stating there is no shortage of LPG, petrol and diesel across Manipur. And now the top stories. Just and fair delimitation at JFD Finance Secretary Sunil Karam asserted that public will boycott the census enumerators even if the government threatens legal action against those who obstruct the process. He made these remarks during a public meeting at Muttam Pibo Mayai Lekai Laibung, which focused on mobilizing a public pressure to update the National Register of Citizens (NRC) before any census operations begin in the state. Speaking at the gathering, Sunil emphasized that the present generation must act decisively to secure a peaceful atmosphere and a brighter future for prosperity. He strongly criticized the government of India and the Central Security Forces, accusing them of remaining mute spectators while illegal immigrants target and harm the state's indigenous communities. Sunil further argued that conducting a census at this crucial juncture without first identifying illegal immigrants will effectively legitimize their presence and lead to the erasure of the indigenous population. Expressing shock at the government's threat of punitive action, the JFD Finance Secretary argued that the survival of indigenous communities is more important than official deadlines.
Unnecessary the trick of Tokaragadi, Manipur Miana, Kayamangambage, I call Mian with Mati Torkani. Maran became a Harkana, Mokoina Sumagi people Silakada, Manipur woman is Tarak of Targadi, Census, Isha Itanda, Kanam to the Yaudana, boycott of Jare, Census Yazaroi Havada, Karamba officer Laga, Karamba police Laga, Nanguna census officer Laganda, Pida Tadri Karinona, Kanana Pala Kuduriama. I Yazaroi Havani. She talks here. She would be Jungle away hanging a lady about. Are we going to buy when a boy Masila Caneva?
Meanwhile, JFD convener Jitendra Ningomba stated that it is the collective responsibility of civil society organizations to pressure the state government when it fails to discharge its duties. He emphasized that the efforts of these organizations are driven entirely by public interest rather than personal gain. Highlighting the gravity of the ongoing crisis, Ningomba pointed to the losses of innocent lives, the displacement of thousands currently languishing in relief camps, and the disappearance of dozens more following alleged aggression by illegal immigrants. He noted that this alarming reality compels every indigenous person to transition from emotional responses to implementing realistic strategic actions. The JFD convener urged the government to retrospect and closely examine why the state's indigenous population are opposing to the upcoming census operations.
Kana gosina CS was in one of the young Tadoga, Nipi Angan, Tado Honajabosi, Kachika the Bomba, Warori, Haidena, Haidena, Arlana Sandoka, Yatose, Chigimatonasu, like the Bahin, I'm sure. Adu Mayang, and the near Haidena, change of the Boni. Adubu, like a Hijaga say, I call love in the sea, I could put the Tominasi, Miyangi, I hope it laying out the Tumsi, laying out the Tobi, the Aduki Maha state in Haidena. Equibu, Wahil Gaduriba, Equibu, Warrior Oguduriba, Equibu the Mugari, President Toluma Sincere, Mahui up of Kanba Modi, or Tare.
State-level coordinator of all industry in Manipur, Rajkumar Mohan Singh, on Monday appealed to the public not to panic over fuel availability, stating that there is no shortage of LPG, petrol and diesel in the state and that the regular supply is being maintained across Manipur. In the press release issued by Indian Oil Corporation Limited, consumers were urged to avoid unnecessary hoarding and refrain from purchasing petrol or diesel in loose containers, jerrycans or barrels. The release also advised Indian customers to continue using digital booking facilities and rely only on official sources of information. Consumers can access refill booking services through missed call, SMS, IVRS, WhatsApp, Indian Oil One mobile app, e-commerce payment platforms and officials Indian Oil website. Sekmai MLA Haikam Dingo has initiated the settling work of Abulok Maring at Lairen Kabi village under Imphal West district with the aim to increase water carrying capacity of the drain, which is crucial for farmers in the area. MLA Dingo visited the work site and inspected ongoing desettling work. Speaking on the sideline, MLA Dingo maintained that desettling work was taken to ensure that prevent flooding during rainy season. He informed that the drain has become smaller with time and the water holding capacity has been reduced drastically, and therefore the desettling work was taken up as safety measures.
No hek chubaga ising khra hek keno tawma thamsida hoi sangmai ken rigona kwaidagi ising chawgon ba jaga si lain ka bisi hek oi no hek chubaga dum ising thummaga masida relief material pina no honaba adagi keno tawna no honaba dc gi side gi adagi government side gi tawna bo honaba si hoi government side gi so awa ba moi adugo loina na leiriba praja sing adi khungang sigi leijariba hoi praja punamak tasu hena no se chuga mi painaba adagi sing chawku matamda yum thumjalakpa sina maram morakanda yamna awaba ma mayokna basi masi matam sangna dagi hoi se mayokna ga lakni matam dagi hoi thengnara lakpa haitare adubu madu khara da orsu hoi phanana ba haidana hoi lokhong si hoi ya block river sing si hoi khunja sing da tawakanda hoi machine nung thadadana hoi ngasi gi numisidagi hoi tengba hongnana ba hoi sem sajabani.
Fast-track Special Court in Manipur has convicted a 31-year-old Pangabam Sanajauba in a child sexual offence case and sentenced him to 10 years rigorous imprisonment under POCSO Act, along with 3 years rigorous imprisonment under Section 366A IPC, with both sentences set to run concurrently. The Special POCSO Court observed that the prosecution successfully established the offence beyond reasonable doubt through forensic evidence, witness testimonies and material exhibits. Referring to Sections 29 and 30 of POCSO Act, the court held that the accused failed to rebut legal presumptions against him and found him guilty of committing penetrative sexual assault on a minor girl. The court also imposed a fine of 70,000 rupees, of which 30,000 rupees will be paid to the victim towards rehabilitation, mental trauma and medical expenses. United Naga Council UNC has initiated an immediate and indefinite inter-district economic blockade on national highways in the state following the expiration of the May 17 deadline to secure the release of 6 remaining Naga hostages, including 2 pastors. In a press release issued by its working committee, UNC alleged that the state authorities have failed to rescue the remaining individuals despite multiple deadline extensions, even though 14 out of the 20 Naga hostages allegedly abducted by Kuki militant groups from Leilong, Vaipai and Sapar Maina were freed on the morning of May 15th. It stated that the deadline was extended twice after the state government requested an initial extension until 2 p.m. on May 16, 2026 to locate and rescue the remaining captives. The UNC later granted additional time to facilitate ongoing search operations and coordinate rescue efforts by state authorities. UNC alleged that the state government has failed to trace or rescue the remaining victims despite these multiple deadline extensions, therefore compelling the organization to launch the inter-district economic blockade with immediate effect. Association in short, TSA, has strongly condemned May 13 ambush on church leaders at Kotlen Kotzim Inter-Village Road in Kangpokpi district, in which 3 pastors were killed while 5 others sustained injuries. In the statement issued by TSA GHQ spokesperson Vicky Thado, the association termed the incident as terrorist ambush and accused Manipur government of criminal neglect, bias and failure to ensure security for Thado community. TSA also expressed gratitude to officers and personnel of Assam Rifles for their swift rescue and humanitarian assistance following the attack. The association alleged that Manipur police failed to respond effectively to the incident and criticized state administration for delayed action and discriminatory treatment of injured victims. TSA further claimed that survivors were subjected to intimidation and pressure by certain Kuki organizations and demanded adequate security protection for all surviving church leaders and victims. It also accused the government of failing to initiate proper investigation into the killings and alleged that continued silence of key political leaders has raised serious concerns within the community. Placing several demands before the government, TSA called for immediate transfer of the case to NIA, removal of Director General of Police, and strict action against organizations allegedly involved in intimidation and false propaganda. The association also urged the Chief Minister to publicly acknowledge the targeted killing of Thado church leaders and end discriminatory treatment against Thado people in Imphal. TSA warned that continued bias and failure to punish those responsible for the killings could deepen mistrust among communities and further destabilize the situation in Manipur. Kuki National Front KNF has strongly denied allegations linking the organization to disappearance of 6 Naga civilians on May 13 following the circulation of an AI-generated poster on social media. In a press release issued on May 17, the group stated that the poster falsely implicated KNF and specifically targeted UPF chairman St. Thangboy Kipgen. KNF described the contents of the poster as baseless, malicious and devoid of any factual foundation. The organization alleged that the poster was created by vested interests with intention of tarnishing the image and reputation of KNF and its leadership. It condemned the circulation of unverified and inflammatory propaganda which aimed at creating misunderstanding, communal tension and further division among communities during a sensitive period. KNF also clarified that it has no involvement whatsoever in the alleged incident. Appealing to the public, civil society organizations and the media houses not to be misled by fabricated AI-generated narratives, KNF reiterated its commitment to peace, dialogue and lawful democratic processes. The group further expressed hope for peaceful resolution of the situation in Kangpokpi and Nurkul districts so that tribal communities could continue to coexist harmoniously. It also warned that legal action may be initiated against individuals or groups involved in spreading defamatory and misleading information. Chatrik Village Authority in Kamjong district has restricted movement within its jurisdiction, requiring individuals to obtain prior permission before entry. According to a notification from the village authority, this major response to the prevailing law and order situation in Kamjong district, aiming to maintain peace and prevent untoward incidents. The authority advised everyone to adhere to this restriction until further notice, while appealing to private individuals, government agencies and departments to secure permission before entering the village. In other news, Rashtra Hit Sarvopadi Sangathan, in short RSS, a daily-based organization, has submitted urgent memorandum to the President of India, Prime Minister, Union Home Minister, Governor of Manipur and Chief Minister over worsening hostage crisis and security situation in Manipur. In the memorandum, the organization alleged that retaliatory abductions by armed extremist groups following May 13 ambush on Thado church leaders have resulted in continued captivity of 20 civilians belonging to POCSO and Naga communities. The group claimed that while 28 hostages were released through partial exchange on May 15, 14 POCSO civilians and 6 Liangmai Naga civilians, including church pastors, are still being held by rival armed groups. The organization also expressed concern over ongoing blockades along National Highway No. 2 and 37, stating that hundreds of supply trucks and passenger vehicles carrying women, children and medical patients remain stranded. It demanded immediate rescue operations by Indian Armed Forces, NIA and state security agencies for unconditional release of all remaining hostages. The memorandum further called for strict action against armed groups involved in abductions and highway blockades, asserting that those using civilians as bargaining tools must be dealt with under the law, irrespective of community affiliation. Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC member Achoibam Deben warmly welcomed 13 former Janata Dal United JDU workers who officially joined the Congress party in Lamlai Assembly constituency. The newly inducted members pledged their full allegiance to the Congress party and committed to supporting Congress intending candidate Achoibam Deben in the upcoming elections. The defecting workers claim that they chose to leave JDU as their top leadership utterly failed to speak out or take a decisive stance on the ongoing Manipur crisis. They further attributed their silence to the JDU's political alliance with the ruling BJP. Former Union Minister of State for External Affairs and Education, Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan, on Monday observed World AIDS Vaccine Day, reaffirming solidarity with millions affected by HIV and stressing the need for continued research, innovation and awareness to develop an effective vaccine. In a message shared on the occasion, he called for collective efforts towards awareness, prevention and hope, while also emphasizing importance of ending stigma surrounding HIV. He stated that every step towards awareness, prevention and care brings the world closer to future free from AIDS. And now before we move on to other news, let's take a short break. We'll be right back. Keep watching SKTV News.
Admissions open for the 2026-27 academic session for B.Tech programs in Civil Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Computer Science and Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, and Electronics and Communication Engineering, along with Master of Business Administration MBA. Online applications open from May 11th for both G and non-G candidates. Last date for G applicants is May 25th and for non-G applicants, June 1st. The MTU entrance test will be held on June 6th, with first semester classes beginning in July 2026. Apply now at mtuadmission.in. For details, visit MTU official website or contact the admissions office at Takyalpat, Imphal West at 9362204552.
Heritage Convent, excellence is not just a goal, it's a tradition. Heartiest congratulations to our superstars for their outstanding achievement. The superstars of Heritage and SSLCE 2026 are Thamnauzam Bafna Devi, Navidita Yangling, Khoraizam Asrita Devi, Loksambam Simatung, Susma Hizam, Takhelmim Subasan Singh, Taylor Sapam, Henrita Kangzam, Kumanthem Nina Devi, Mahesh Longzam, Oinam Narotam, Rasika Khulem, Aditya Leshingbam, Alina Hawaibam, Jenika Salam, Lukram Sanayai, Nikita Arambam, Nevidita Larikyangam, Nongaitem Ronia Devi, Wahengam Hani Singh, Wangkhamim Nizita, and Yungkhaibam Leon of Meitei. Congratulations to all the students, teachers, parents, and our well-wishers. Admissions are now open for Standard 11 Science. Heritage Convent. Admission open for Standard 11 Science for the academic session 2026-27. Students of Heritage Convent securing a CGPA of 9 and above will receive scholarships worth ₹50,000 to ₹2 lakhs, along with free admission, tuition fees, practical fees, and notebooks. Heritage students scoring CGPA 7.5 and above will also enjoy attractive friendship benefits according to their grades. For Heritage students scoring below 7.5, admission is available at a flat fee of only ₹6,000. Students from other schools scoring CGPA 7.5 and above can also avail friendship benefits based on their grades. Secure a top rank in SSE and win ₹5 lakhs or a brand new car for first, second, and third positions. And that's not all. Students securing 4 to 28 positions will receive a cash award of ₹2 lakhs each. Admissions are open at School Office Campus 1 Uripok on all working days from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Dream big, achieve bigger, only at Heritage.
You're watching Afternoon English Bulletin on SKTV. Now proceeding with other news. Personnel of Excise Department has launched Cease Work Strike against non-fulfillment of Charter of Demands, which was raised by all Manipur Excise Employees Welfare Association since 2019. Speaking in this regard, President of all Manipur Excise Employees Welfare Association, Kulak Kondun Maring, maintained that personnel of Excise Department have been denied the salary that is deserved by any uniformed service, and the department is operating with only 139 personnel as against the required 706 personnel. Kulak Kondun Maring also maintained that personnel of Excise have been denied ration money, and they also do not possess any necessary communication equipment and required vehicles. All Manipur Excise Employees Welfare Association raised the matter to the government in 2019 for the first time and again in 2024 to Finance Commissioner. However, despite the assurance, the demands remained unfulfilled. Kulak Kondun Maring further warned that excise personnel will continue their cease work strike until they receive positive response from the government.
अखोइना तालिबा डिमांड असी सरकार की साइड तकी सोल्यूशन अमा अथुबदा कोहंजा रखनिंगी मरमदी सरकार की कर्मचारी अमा ओइना अखोइना सु सरकार की थबक तो पांगथोकनिंगी तौबतबु अखोइना हजिक तालिबा डिमांड से अखोइगी डिपार्टमेंट सिगी एम्प्लॉई सिंगदा संग्रबा याद्रबा मचाक अमा ओइबा हाइतारे मरमदी अखोइदा राशन मनी पीदबा हाइबसी स्टेशन अमदा अखोइना लेंगदना लयु हाइरगदी राशन मनी सी यामनमक दरकार ओइजै अदुगा 13 months adum darkar lai.
Khaidem Jennifer, who has been on indefinite hunger strike in demand of justice for Tronglauvi victims, has ended her strike after her health condition deteriorated on the 15th day. Speaking in this regard, General Secretary of Uripok Apunbalup, Samom Dhruba, maintained that Uripok Apunbalup and Uripok Nupi Apunbalup urged the 39-year-old Jennifer to end her hunger strike as government remained silent, and considering the severity of health condition of Jennifer, who is a diabetes patient and the mother of 2 children. It may be mentioned that Jennifer Khaidem began her hunger strike on May 3rd, demanding justice for victims of Tronglauvi bomb attack.
Government hujik phawba tumina election bidna akogi sigumba condition kya la phawba taroi khanda tadana sumaina thoi dana leirak pose masi yamna laibak thibni haibo humje thamjara ganda ngasi haibo numisi dagi akoi isen nupi se akoi kandabe yadabani na ma ke punji se kannana bagi damakta uribo akun bulu uribo nupi akun bulu na ngasi haibo numisi dagi